Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Omniscope. That sounds fun. Repentance in prison is but a weak shadow of a true transformation of the soul. Only in battle, by abjuring the flesh and cloaking the soul in flame, can one earn absolution. Thank you for that, Argenta.
Over there.
Uh-oh. Abelard spots a trap. Affirmative, escort. Everything is calm on my end. Vakari out. There's a trap up ahead. Order your character to disable it. If a character enters a trapped area or fails a test to disarm it, the trap will trigger, dealing damage and inflicting injuries on all characters within its area of effect. Sometimes you'll see a trap marked with a red area and connected dotted line. This line leads to the mechanism that controls the trap. Hover your cursor over the mechanism. If the cursor changes to a trap icon, the trap can be disarmed by interacting with the mechanism. Click on the mechanism to attempt a disarm test. If you have your entire party selected, the character with the highest relevant skill will go to disarm the trap. If a trap is marked with a red area without a dotted line, simply approach the trap and click on it to attempt the disarm test. Okay. The young woman stares at you, adjusting her uniform nervously. Your ladyship? 1,000 pardons if I addressed you improperly. Have you come on behalf of Governor Medina, or are you here on other business? If it's the latter, you ought to know that there's been a riot at the local prison. It's quite dangerous here. What happened here? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself, the Honorable Anathagon Casteldia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch, and declared Riccardi Filia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Vane Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue traitor, vanquisher of xenos, forever triumph over the enemies of humanity. She details, enunciating every word of her overlord's title. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally. The Honorable Lord means to put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort left to meet with the insurgents while I was ordered to await their return. Vain. Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring, yes. That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any way. Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? She sighs quietly. It's a personal matter. Master Castelglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Evain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk rather than shoot and slash. She smiles slightly. You're quite right. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he will try to do so no matter what obstacles are in his way. Well, listen, I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrich von Kallax. Is he here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, and it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. I see. So why is the warden spearheading the riot? Yes, she bites her lip. No one expected this. Master Castelglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Riccardi Filia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel? What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Yeah, that didn't seem too planned out. Tell me about this plan, anyways. The only settlement on Riccardi Filia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the domed quarries. They mine sulfur, ceramide dust, and sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to certain events. Anything else I should know before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your ladyship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Well, thank you for the warning about the mine, even though we did see them. You may excuse yourself, pilot. The woman freezes for a moment before asking hesitantly, Your ladyship, if I have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter. But the situation... In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jaspar. What is your relationship to this man? We are engaged, your ladyship. Right. Well, I haven't been there, and I don't know anything about him. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from harm. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. I don't dare delay you any further. Good luck to you, your ladyship. I will contact Lord Yvain's party over Vox and inform them of your coming. Alright. How do I, there we go. There's the trap. Get rid of this.
Better myself through my service.
This guard post has been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust on every surface. Jesus. How long has this riot been going on? Build a bridge. From what? I can't reach you over there.
Let us not dawdle.
Cast your eye there.
Whoop, we got another trap.
Abelard, I've been meaning to ask. How are you keeping it together so well? Don't you ever feel awful without her?
Enough, Plus. We have a duty to the new rogue trader. You would do well to focus on that. If you keep your mind busy, you will have less opportunity to fill it with awful things.
Heresy grows. Let's proceed.
Trap.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Disarm.
Never doubt me.
And disarm.
This task could have been accomplished easily.
No! Fresh injury. Injury received from a trap or a sudden large amount of damage. If not removed from the medkit, it will turn into an old injury. Too many injuries reduce the character's resolve and cause traumas. Oh, man.
Administration is the holy
I'll get rid of the injury. Scraps of typical prison food repulsive to the senses. Venerable optimates, the best among us. The list is faded and the names are barely legible. Any other traps around here? Uh-oh.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Shit. Well, that sucks, Dick. Really hardcore. Damn. Everybody's super far away. Oh!
I'm enraged.
Holy fucking moly. Okay, alright. I got a little worried about how much health everybody had there, but it actually isn't too bad. Yeah, that's a good one. How do I get that? Fuck.
Not this Greyer's job.
Who can I reach then? Almost nobody. Fuck, that sucks. Alright, well...
I know what is to come.
I'll give her extra dodge chance, I guess. And then we'll take a shot at, Fuck. Never mind. We'll just do an analyze enemies and end turn.
Was that you? Or...
I can also do a psychic yell. Which has a little bit more range. We'll take out... Does it do anything else? Okay, who's going first? Versus everybody else. This guy is gonna go before Adira goes again. But I can kill like this guy at least.
But of course. Farewell.
Alright.
It's nothing.
Ow. Oh my god! Argenta's getting fucked up. It's so sad what's happening here. Oh, jeez. All right. Shotgun. Yeah, works for me.
Each strike is a prayer.
Damn.
As the Emperor commands, I
Run and gun. I am really thankful about this whole like hologram move system.
God,
All right.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
All right, let's get the momentum boost going. Don't do it. Ow. Son of a bitch.
It's as good as done.
I mean, I guess I just shoot this guy because everybody else is so far away.
Enemy down.
It's tragic. I can put an exploit on this dude. And that's it.
High momentum.
Bang, bang, bang. Well, that's fine. And turn. Damn! Oh, nice! This dude ran all the way over, then moved away and got himself hit with an attack opportunity attack. Unfortunately, because of the way I fought everybody here, everybody else is like super out of line of sight. I wonder if I can stack forewarning on somebody. No, it just gets reapplied.
Will do.
Oh shit, I didn't expect that. Oh right! The oh, nice! Wait, shit! I just did a ton of damage to the Grenadier Guard by like sheer fucking accident. Oh wow. Hell yeah.
That is not my destiny.
I think what happened was... Let me move to cover here and do... Yeah, this is fine.
Battle.
Does my momentum reset at the end of every battle, or do I get to keep it? It feels like I keep it. So, like, I shouldn't use the ability right now. But I'm not 100% sure. I've reveled in the slaughter.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I don't think there's any way for me to hurt this guy.
I won't stand for it.
Look it. At worst, we run everybody forward.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Oh shit! Oh no. No! Ah, you fucking thought, buddy! Get zapped!
No can do.
Okay, fine.
What is
Get
this
zapped!
foreboding? Stop it!
Ow! Why'd we shock ourselves? Okay, everybody
I
can
always
move
keep my
together
options open.
again.
Did I
Yeesh.
mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle. Talk about black comedy.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awful, Adira. Jesus. I don't want to hear any of those jokes. Prison Diary of Ati Shan, Part 1. Grok shit, why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years! The inspector's writ got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary administratum and was lying there this whole time, but they made sure to remember to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted paper and finally informed me, the total sum was so obscene it would take 3 generations of my descendants, if I had any, to pay it off. My fate was sealed. Trial, sentence, prison. All because of some daft rotter who shoved my paper in the wrong box. To be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as that slab of rock reet I've got at home. Working in the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules. Void take me. That old sod that governs Rykod Minoris is a bloody sadist by comparison. It's a strange old place. I haven't been beaten once. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners. The optimatum, they call it. If you can get in, Emperor as my witness, you get an actual day off. They let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks. And I tell you what, they let you rest there and feed you better than whatever swill they're giving us in the canteen. They told me it's to improve our motivation and all that, to foster a stronger desire to reform and become a worthy servant of the Imperium once more. But I know it for what it is. Just a club for the Warden's favorites. The same story as everywhere else. Suck up to the people in power and get some swanky perks. They say the whole thing was the Warden's idea. Funny man, our Warden. He looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, teeth even, eyes burning, boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to lick 'em. But that nutter doesn't much want people licking his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought. All right. With only a couple of guards at his side, and sometimes, if you can believe it, talks to prisoners. What's your name? He asks them all quiet-like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? He never even yells at no one, never orders to have him flogged. Instead, he doles his rewards out to the special ones. Keeps telling us things like how we should strive to make society believe in us again. Whatever you say, Master Warden. Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join these optimates of yours. I'm stuck in here till the day I die, and that means no return to society for me. But with the Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. That's interesting. That's like an inventory thing, but like, yeah.
They're trying to tell
I
me
always have a
something.
backup
Come
plan.
along, everybody. I need everybody to be with me. That's a lot of knives. Inspect the poster.
The whispers told me how.
Tear the poster and examine the wall behind it. Oh, nice. Ooh. Improved auto pistol, prisoner shank. Sure. Ooh, what were these cages? These cages have been placed in plain view of the beds. Inside are traces of blood and excrement. Jesus.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh god, more of this guy's diary. Bare beds made from metal sheets swing back and forth on rusted chains. Whoever is forced to sleep on them, it would not take much for them to fall. That fucking sucks. As somebody who rolls around in bed a ton, I
Rise
just
to the
fall
top,
off, get hurt.
or get left in the dust.
The beds here are bolted to the floor. Some have thin, torn bed sheets and even tattered pillows. Well, that's a little bit more comfortable than this. Is this a prison cell? This feels like it's too quick to be like this should be the way in. You know, metal detectors and all. Ooh, I almost missed these goods over here. Gas cloud grenade, more random cargo.
Keep your wits
At some point, I
about
don't
you.
understand how the system actually works. Let's see what this second diary has to say. Prison Diary of Adi Shan, Part 2. I swear, the Emperor hasn't forsaken me. Guess who just came down the shuttle gangway among the fresh batch of prisoners? Cleansing Throne damned Willia. Former Administratum Clerk. No, the clerk. The very same scum who lost the writ about the missing payment. He's the reason I'm in this hole. Don't know what they threw him in for, but I've never felt better in my life. He's not just behind the same bars as me. He's fresh meat. And I'm a venerable optimate respected by everyone in the colony. The warden just came up with a new improvement. From now on, anyone who underperforms, misbehaves, or causes trouble in any other ways to be punished by the community, specifically by the local best and brightest. Yours truly, the Optimates. The last two sogs who failed to meet the quotas were stripped naked, whipped, and thrown into cages in the big barracks. That's where they have to eat, sleep, and shit now with everyone watching. I thought to myself then, that isn't right. They've taken these punishments too far. But now, just you wait, you piece of grok shit. I'll get you for something. Those cages are calling your name.
Is there money to be made?
I guess these barracks were just generally used as a
Idira,
form of
Is there something
punishment.
you wish to tell me about? Namely, the mess in the wardroom last week.
Ugh, stop blaming me every time one of the officers flies off the handle, old man. Not every brawl or disaster on this ship is because of me.
I thought there was going to be a follow-up there. But I know you were involved in the fight, Indira. Tech use.
That's how it's done.
All right.
I
prob-
always have a backup plan.
Holy fucking shit. You. Severed human body parts. Are they eating?
I always get the job done.
The symbol before you bears a familiar scent, that of the dark forces of chaos. The chopped up slabs of flesh have been thoroughly washed of any blood. And here we have part 3 of this diary. I'm scared. I should have known all that charity from the warden was going to bring nothing but trouble. No noble, no matter how barmy, would pull anything of the sort. But that man... It started with the little things. The warden would come by to talk, as he did, except he used to ask us questions before, and now he was mostly gushing sermons. Some gibberish about a path to purgation, the sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blinded eyes. I listened and nodded. Yes, Master Warden. Of course, Master Warden. He could say whatever rubbish he wanted, as long as the tasty Optimate meals kept coming. I thought everyone else was doing the same, nodding just to please the big man. I was wrong. After that, people in the barracks started yapping on about purgation and blindness too. Apparently, us Optimates were no longer just the Warden's favorites. We were, Emperor forgive me, prophets of some kind who were meant to save the rest of this sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see, some rubbish along those lines. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to Optimates. Yesterday, the sap who slept in the bed under me in my first year cut off his own damn ear and crawled on his knee toward me. He handed me the ear and begged me not to forsake him when the fateful hour came. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? Why is everyone, every single one, staring at me all the time? The Warden said the time was nigh, that fate had truly great things in store for the Optimates. I went to look how my good friend Cleanson was doing. He hadn't spoken for 3 months ever since I had all his top teeth ripped out. He spoke today. He looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt me. Now my fist and feet are all bruised. Half the barrack stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Sounds like this guy's about to get sacrificed himself. Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here.
I always keep my options open.
I don't think there's any redeeming this,
Just as I planned.
this Warden. Whoa, shit. My brethren, the dawn is nigh. The Optimates will guide us into a new existence. Yes. Yes, dear brethren. Have a taste of my steel. Is this another ambush? Oh, how I've longed for this, my dear brethren. Oh, wow. Well, that's 3 less people we have to deal with. Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were gonna die here with these nutters. The old man with a gap-toothed smile drops his weapon and holds out his hands in a placating gesture. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. I came across a void ship in the system belonging to your associates. They told me some interesting things about you and your planned escape. The man grunts, huffs, then makes up his mind. Well, now that that's out of the bag, our fellows were supposed to come and get us a long time ago, but they got tied up somewhere. Void Kraken's gullet with them. And all this time we had to wait. This happened. Pardon me for trying to pull the synth wool over you. It's just that we want nothing to do with this whole Warden nonsense. So what now? Will you let us go? Adira cracks her neck. Sure, no problem. Today you tell us a little lie. Tomorrow you stick a torpedo on our side from that ship of yours. It doesn't fall apart the moment our helmsman sneezes in its general direction. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but well, sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The Warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join in on the festivities, so we had to, play along. But that's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor to the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to ourselves quietly, do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. Judging by Abelard's tone, the Seneschal is utterly unimpressed by the old man's ingratiating monologue. Tell me about the Warden and the riot. Pah! Why soil your tongue talking about that heretic? But if you insist, here's how it is. The Warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castaglia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous Warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the chompers from the guards, work again. But the new one, do you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the 9 devils, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit it with the teeth punching. The Warden forbade them. Instead, the overseer started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of best workers. And if someone was on that list and also showed good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an Optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Well, that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it's the optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishments. And that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week. Well, now we were lucky if it was only 50. And that wasn't even the end of it. Warden Costaglia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome, and I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things, like the optimates are saints who will behold the truth. And he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them more beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. Adira nods unknowingly. The old cod's just right. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. She notices your look and catches yourself. I mean that with all due respect, your ladyship. No offense intended. Right. Well, if I spare you, what do I gain from it? Shit. Yeah, here we go. Now, how can lowly jailbirds hope to thank your noble self? I have an inkling. You see, us here, we're, how should I put this, different from the rest of the prisoners here in this place. They're all petty thieves from Rykad Minoris, debtors and gutter snipes. They're no one serious. Now we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Now, I didn't continue. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station? You know Footfall, the only shipyard and the best market in all the Koronus Expanse? Yes. So, where on Footfall you can find some very serious business-minded people, and how you can get yourself a very special discount from them on very special goods. How serious you talking? The most serious kind, your nobleness. Have you heard about the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. There's no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throat over loot was, counterproductive. But cutting throats together, now that's anti-counterproductive. And, well, their joint efforts leave them with an excess of spoils, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such kinds of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. All right, fine. You've given some good words here. I'll spare you. Ah, that's so great to hear, your nobleness. Just great. Now there's a true aristocrat, not that warden creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's this district there, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. We're gonna take a screenshot of what he's saying there, just in case. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall, the Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of an old ship. And in that bar, in the back room, a certain Riza does her business. Tell her Grandpa Backful says hello. You'll be her favorite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness, we'll be going now, if you don't mind. All right, well, I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the warden's henchmen. Go, tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's orders that you be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew. You have my personal pardon as a rogue trader. Thanks. We're most grateful, your nobleness. The old man glances at you somewhat skeptically, but then smiles and leaves. I'm glad that, the iconoclast thing to do there was, in fact, letting them leave.
That's how it's done.
Ooh, lasgun. Might be time to take a look at my inventory stuff here. Okay. So the lasgun is 5 to 7 damage. Which isn't a hell of a lot, but we can at least replace this. Can I equip a pistol? Oh shit! Sick! If you have a one-handed melee weapon, you can in fact equip like a pistol or something to make up for things. Do I have any better weapons? I don't think so. We have an improved auto pistol. I think I could maybe... Boom. There you go. 2 pistols. Woo! And then if I get swarmed in the middle of a fight, same thing, 2 hands. Armor. This looks like it could probably go for... Let's see. This armor... is basically the same as this chest plate by the looks of it. Oh wait, nope, this chainmail has 30 armor. And then everything else is the same between them. Here you go. All right. Clumps of dust, but no trace of weapons or gear. The storage has not been used in some time. Well, at least not for storing gear, I suppose.
Prevails.
Foe hammer. Shotguns knock enemies back when shot at effective range. Oh, this is a one-hand shotgun? That sounds cool. Saturated. When the wearer uses Endure, they immediately remove one of the effects on them in the following order: burning, poison, bleeding. Oh, wow. I don't know. I guess I'll just put that. Nobody else really. I guess I could put it on her. She might end up getting a endurability in the future.
Let us not dawdle.
Oh shit. We almost missed some stuff. Diviner staff. And a bunch of grenades. Let's see. The wielder of this staff gains the consign ability. Consign. What the fuck is consign? It won't let me actually, like, see what it does. Huh. I'm gonna try something.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Here we go. The next hit against the target will be an automatic critical hit. Oh, wow. The next attack against every enemy in combat will be an automatic critical hit. And then the next hit against every enemy, or every creature in combat, both allies and enemies, will be an automatic critical hit. The psychic power always triggers Perils of the Warp. Got you. Okay, that's not too bad. We can have that on standby for her. She loses out on her ability to really defend herself, but she wasn't really doing that much for that anyways. Because she has her other abilities, so I can just be like, ah, yes, that guy right there. Fucking crit hit him. And then I just move it on. I like it.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
I'm gonna make a save here. I am curious.
Keep
There's
your
2
wits about
exits
you.
out to the main level, and one was obviously behind a locked door. Oh shit. Vain Winterscale. Lady von Valancius, my greetings. May the light of eternal terror shine forevermore. The young man before you offers an impeccably courteous bow. He then straightens his back and looks at you in the eye, not as a show of defiance, but with cool confidence. It is a gaze with which one graces an equal. The Vain Winterscale, younger son of Caligos Winterscale, at your service. I will greet him with a quorum. Lady Jade von Valancius, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. As am I. Yvain's voice is soft and immaculately polite. Please accept my apologies for the slight breach of etiquette. Here and now is neither the best place nor time for protected ceremony. I agree. Let us discuss the matter at hand. You're here to end the riot, are you not? Yvain's expression is grave. Indeed, it is a personal matter, if you will, and not simply because this incident occurred in a system that belongs to my father. The prison warden, and he used to be a close friend of mine once. I want to give him a chance to come to his senses, lay down his weapons, and stop his senseless uprising. The warden is clearly not of sound mind. He performed inhumane experiments on prisoners, acts of sheer brutality. Experiments? Atrocities. I believe you, but that sounds nothing like him. For as long as I have known him, and has always been a thinker, a dreamer even, he would dig up these ancient books, studying societal models and theories. He was obsessed with ideals. There are priests within the ecclesiarchy who would call it heresy to view the society of the Imperium as anything but perfect. However, I believe that Anne only wanted what he thought was best. I only wish I knew the road that had taken him. You hear Adira scoffing. Yeah, I've known a few dreamers like that myself. They always want what's best, but somehow it always ends in heresy. Back on my world, there was a big shot who was really into dental hygiene. To spare his people from pain, he started pulling out all their rotten teeth. But he got slightly carried away, and he started pulling healthy ones too, sometimes along with the jaw. Preventative care, he called it, so a mob of toothless servants ended up tearing his kindly head clean off. It was preventative too, you see. That little noggin of his was rotten through and through. Look. The desire to help a friend is a noble one. Oh, my father would disagree, Yvain smirks wryly. Thankfully, he's not here. Very well. In that case, I shall accompany you. I must admit, I do appreciate your company. This prison is giving me a strong sense of unease, but the lift cannot support both our parties. If you are going ahead, wait for us in the quarry. We will follow shortly.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Whee! So I guess I could have come out this door and maybe gotten some more experience. Woo! I built a bridge to go back across.
Is there money to be made?
All right. We'll head into the pit. See what the warden's really up to. Maybe we can dissuade him from all that he's done. Doubtful, but it's possible.